Shalom everybody! My name is Miss Tina and today we're going to be doing some painting. I love painting. It's an amazing way to pass the time and it's wonderful when you're trying to get those creative juices flowing. So as you can see, I am in my own house. I do not have a lot of paint supplies, so I have made my own easel here out of a cardboard box and some thumbtacks on a piece of paper. So, as you know, we are starting to welcome spring. I am so excited for spring to see some flowers and trees growing, and I thought it would be nice if we could start thinking about what kind of colors we see during spring. And once we figure out what colors we need to see during spring, we can start to create them and paint with them. So I have, and I do not have a palette, I do have this little plastic lid that I found in my recycling bin, and I have some blue paint, some yellow paint, some red paint, and some white paint, and we're going to be using those to make all different colors on our canvas. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're just going to talk about what colors we have. So we have some yellow paint up here, right? We can all see that little yellow piece. I also have a little cup of water that I use for my painting so that I can wash my brush in between each color so that I don't mix my colors, because we're going to be mixing them, but just not yet. So we have our yellow. Now we're going to add some red, and I'm going to put that right next to our yellow so we can see what it all looks like. Okay? And I'm using a teeny tiny little paintbrush, but you can obviously use a paintbrush of your size to make it as big as you want. So I'm going to clean my brush, and then we are going to use some beautiful blue, and I'm going to put that right here. So now we have yellow, red, and blue, and I want to know, what colors do you see during spring? Let's think about it for a second. What colors do you see during spring? I know I see a lot of green during spring because green is like the leaves on the trees, the grass. There's just a lot of green everywhere. Maybe today when you go outside you can find something green. So let's think, how could we make green? Do you think we could mix these colors together to make green? Yeah? Okay, let's try it. I think we should try to mix our blue paint and our yellow paint. And when we do that, we might make some green. So I'm going to take my yellow paint right here, and then I'm going to take some blue. And I'm going to start to mix it on my palette like this. And I can see that it's turning out a little dark because I used a lot of blue. So the more blue you use, the darker it's kind of going to get, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to clean my brush. Tap, tap, tap. And I'm going to get some more yellow, and I'm going to add it. And I'm just going to mix and mix and mix until we see a beautiful green. I might even add some white. So I'm going to add some white, and you can really see that color start to come alive. And now we have a nice green color. Isn't that pretty? So I'm going to add it, and maybe I'll paint some grass at the bottom. I'll add some grass to our nice springtime picture here. I'll add some green grass at the bottom. Nice. There we go. So, on the ground, let's think about what we see on the ground when we go outside. Sometimes we see dirt, right? Sometimes we see something really pretty, and I'll give you a hint. It's right behind me. What do we see when we go outside sometimes in the spring? We see some flowers, you're right. So I think I would like to make one of my favorite colors, purple. How do you think we can make some purple? Do you have any ideas? I think what we'll do is we will mix some blue and some red and a little bit of white to make a really nice purple so we can paint a purple flower. Let's see if we can do it. So I already cleaned my brush, so now I'm going to take some red. We'll start with the red, and I'm going to put it right up here. Okay, then I'm going to take some blue, not too much. And I'm gonna put it there too, and I'm gonna start to mix it. I'm gonna mix it, mix it, mix it until it turns into a nice, beautiful purple. Do you guys like purple? I really love purple. You know, my friend Abigail, who's in a great book about doing mitzvahs, loved purple. And her friend Grover made her purple, and it made her really, really, really happy. So now that we have a beautiful purple color, we can start to maybe make some flowers. And you know, I like to make my flowers just by doing some dots. You know, you can do some dots above your grass to make it look like there are flowers. But some people like to make flowers by making circles. You can make a lot of circles to make a flower. And some people might like to have long flowers where you just bring your brush up, up, and up. But you know, something special about all these flowers is they're all Miss Tina's flowers. These are all the flowers and the things that I've been drawing. I want to see what you can paint. What can you make with your paintbrush and your palette? We have one more color to make before we're done for today. So let's get right into it. And the color we're gonna make today is the color of a fruit. And it is the color of a lot of things. And it rhymes with door hinge. And that color is orange. So we're gonna take some yellow right down here at the bottom of our palette. And we're gonna take some red and we're gonna start to mix it up. And that is going to make a very beautiful and bright orange. You see how bright that orange is? What do you think I should make with my orange paint? Maybe I can make Mr. Sun. We really, really, really miss Mr. Sun, and we need him to come back very soon to give us some sunlight to go along with all of this rain that's been going on so our flowers and plants can grow. Well, thank you so much for painting along with me. If you are watching this on Facebook, I would love for you to take a picture of your drawing or your painting and send it my way so I can see what you made. I hope everybody has a great day. Bye.